I got a job in the tech industry with no experience in tech. Not 30 or 40,000 less, just maybe 10,000 less, but you're only gonna be in this role for 6 to 9 months, and then you'll get a $20,000 raise or a $30,000 raise. What's going on? Welcome to the channel. I'm Tech Bag Trey, and today I'm talking about, obviously y'all already saw the title of the video. Look, man, I got the job.
A job. So try to think about that, because I got me a job. I need to feel you, Jerry. Show me the money. Jerry, you better yell. Show me the money.
I got a job in the tech industry with no experience in tech. And this episode, I'm just gonna really kind of go through my story a little bit and tell you like how it all happened. So I do have my notes here, that way I don't kind of like really veer off track, because I can do that. I'm known to do that. I have my notes and we're gonna get into it. So just to give a little backstory on like where I kind of came from and how I even found out about the tech industry and this portion of it. I used to work for a clinical pharmacy. They literally were the pharmacy for a huge Fortune 500 company that's literally worldwide. And what they did was they sold our like proprietary juice to a company in New Jersey. And that company literally had no remote spots. And this was in the middle of the pandemic and all that, but they had no remote spots, and it was just like, hey, either you can come to New Jersey or like, you know, you gotta look. Nah. And look, no offense to anybody who lives in New Jersey and up there, but I was not about to leave Texas to go to New Jersey. That just was not happening. So I kind of just, I was like, you know, all right, I guess this is it between us. Now, with that being said, you know, I left on good notes, so I definitely was able to get some good stuff out of it. You know, they gave me a really nice chair and some monitors and a standing desk, you know, all this little stuff, because they, like I said, they kind of sold that portion of what we did off, so they no longer needed it either. So with that being said, during December of that same year, I literally was sitting with my cousin, and I had forgot, he had been in the courier business for like literally the last 5 years or so. And so I was just kind of talking with him, seeing what he was doing, because I personally did not want to jump into just any old, you know, profession or industry and kind of just wing it kind of deal. I wanted to know exactly what I was going to get into. I had been at that last company for like 8 years. So I'm not one to kind of jump around. Once I find something that I want to do, I really like go hard in that area. So I wasn't in a rush. I was just trying to figure it out. But in the meantime, I did need to make some ends. So I knew he was making some money, and he kind of gave me the game, you know, during Christmas. And I was like, all right, I think I can do this. Basically what he told me is like, yo, I get up around 5 a.m. I'm done by 12. I sleep for an hour, and then I play video games kind of the rest of the day. And, you know, I do about 50,000 a year, and that works for us. And I was like, in my mind, I'm like, yo, if you're doing 50,000 doing that, like, first of all, why haven't you told me already, right? But secondly, I can do this, and I mean, I probably can do like 70 or 80 or something, you know, just by, you know, running it up. So I got my LLC, and yeah, I started doing exactly what he told me, and sure enough, it worked. Like easily doing 1,000 a week, and mainly I was, you know, around like $1,200 to $1,500 a week. Just literally, eventually got to partner with, you know, PepsiCo and Home Depot and things like that, carrying things around the city and out of the city for them. And that worked for, you know, until I stopped really. It does have some slowdown periods. So, you know, it kind of on the $800 a week, you know, without literally working, you know, super long hours, like $800 a week. But around that time is when I kind of found out about the tech industry. One boot camp that I do recommend, and they are the sponsors for this show, is CourseCareers. CourseCareers will give you a insider backdoor into the tech industry, and they do this through tech sales. And they did just add another course as well, but tech sales is their bread and butter. It's made by Trey, and Trey is, listen, he's at the top of his game, and he allows you to get in through understanding everything it takes to become a tech sales rep, sales development rep, or business development rep. And it's the best around, and it's for the best price, because he saw how it changed his life and he just wanted to give back. Now, he is making money on the other side as well, so that's how it's so low. He's not trying to charge you an arm and a leg and then charge the companies that his business works with an arm and a leg. His goal is to try and get you in for a reasonable amount, right? Something that can get you some skin in the game. And then at the end, he has companies that they work with that will get you a job. You can intern for them to a job, or you can just, hey, I'm so good, I need that job. And you can do that as well. And that's where he makes the bulk of his money. Very transparent with that. And that's how he's able to keep this program low. That's why I love him. All right, I was able to complete the course. It's self-paced, remember that. So they say 3 months. I did it in 3 weeks. A little over a month, I had a job in the tech industry making $70,000+ a year. And you can see that in the last video if you want to go check that out. There are some ethical boot camps. This one is $500, okay? It's not that much. And if you use the code that I have down in the description box, it will give you money off, $50. All right, so go ahead, check that out in the link below if that's something you're interested in. Now, back to what I was talking about. Pretty much what happened, I normally watch a lot of YouTube videos, just trying to make sure that I'm always learning and just up on what's new or kind of what's kind of going on in the world without getting all the bad news that's going on in the world. So I came across a video on a channel that I always watch, Anthony O'Neill's show, and literally he had on a guy who, you know, had a similar story to mine, and he had went into the tech industry, and he was doing, like, at the time, $300,000 a year. And for me, I'm like, I'm a competitor, so like if he can do it, I can do it. You know, one of my quotes that, you know, I coined, do not steal it, you know, but you can definitely use it, is the fact that someone has done something before is proof that it can be done again. And so for me, I was like, yo, I'm gonna do this. And so I kind of did my research, did my Googles, scoured the internet, all that kind of stuff, and it all checked out. So yeah, I hit the pay button and got on it. And one of the reasons why I chose to go with CourseCareers is because literally, you know, I'm not, like I said, I'm on YouTube a lot. And so I do understand, like, you can definitely piece together information to get a full understanding of something, but to be honest, that's gonna take a lot of time, and speed is the name of the game. And so for me, it was worth paying the $450 to have it all in one spot and exactly what I needed in the exact order that I needed to get where I wanted to go. That was a reasonable price for me. Like I said, so you know, there's definitely gonna be people who are saying, you know, you don't need to use a course and you don't need to do these different things to get in the tech industry. And I totally agree, but I can guarantee you, you know, not knowing where to start, not knowing what's irrelevant, not knowing, you know, what's out of date, all these things. Hey, if that's the route you want to go, definitely, you know, do it. Everyone has to do what's best for them, but that's why I chose what I chose. So like I said, I went, I started the course and I went through it. I'm not gonna go into too much detail in this video because you can definitely go check some of the older videos in my tech journey on this channel here. So I started on September 9th, and then about 3 weeks later, I was done. It took me literally probably 2 weeks, but I spent a whole week just literally not wanting to download the Proctor software for the exam. And so that literally wasted a whole week. But then after I did that, got it done and passed everything. So that went well. After that, I started doing the interview process. I was very bullish when it came to that. I had a guideline. I was trying to do like 3 to 5 interviews, not interviews, I wish, 3 to 5 applications a day, and pushing that forward, doing the things that is needed by using LinkedIn and things like that, which, like I said, I'll talk more about that and how you can reach out to people who are over your specific, job that you're trying to get, how you can get direct access to them. But doing those little things, getting the interviews, going on them, and having a few offers to choose from. And basically, I didn't settle on the one with the most pay just because it was the most pay. I've always been long-term goal oriented, and so I know the money is coming. Like, that's not the question. I was more focused on environment. I was more focused on what fit best for me and the situation that I had going on, and then the growth opportunity. Yeah, I'm making more money over here, but I'm gonna have to be in this role for 1.5 years versus over here, maybe, you're in this role. It's slightly less, by the way, not 30 or 40,000 less, just maybe 10,000 less, but you're only gonna be in this role for 6 to 9 months, and then you'll get a $20,000 raise or a $30,000 raise, and off to the races. So those are things that I factored in when I was choosing where I want to go, and that really helped. And really, guys, I cannot say it any better than, like, literally LinkedIn is king, and you need to utilize it. The job that I actually ended up taking, they found me. They reached out to me, and then I was able to look at them and, see what they offered and go through the process. But I had no clue who that company was. I had no clue about any of that. But they found me through LinkedIn, and lo and behold, it ended up becoming the offer that I chose. So I'm telling you, LinkedIn is a must-have, not just for tech, just in general. Like, I'll say this, I'll be the first to say it. I did not utilize LinkedIn prior to, trying to get into the tech industry, but I can almost guarantee I would be a lot farther just if I had done that. So yeah, definitely utilize LinkedIn and be active on there. And that does not necessarily mean literally like, posting on people's stuff just to post. It's like strategically done. It will get you seen by a lot more people. Think of LinkedIn as a living, breathing resume. That's all I'm gonna say. So with that being said, then, pretty much it was off to the races from there. They got me in really quick, sent me a boatload of stuff. The monitors, the MacBook, the home office setup, and I have a desk at the office because I ended the role that I picked with my company. By the way, guys, if you want to know who I work for, just go to my LinkedIn. Also, while you're over there, go ahead and hit that connect button and I'll connect back with you for sure. But yeah, I went with a hybrid role. So it's 2 days in office, extremely flexible. I only actually have to be there on Wednesdays, and that's because that's when everyone is in the office, and so you can kind of get your face-to-face meetings done and just kind of build camaraderie. And they do a good job with that there. They, in the evenings or like right before, an hour before the day is over, we all get together and just kind of chit chat and talk, and just kind of build that, like I said, build that team spirit, that camaraderie with each other. The other day, you can choose between Tuesday or Thursday. You technically can choose Monday and Friday, but nobody literally will be in the office. Most people are there between Tuesday and Thursday. So I'm there in office 2 days, at home 3 days. Like I said, it didn't bother me too much. I know there's a lot of people who are looking for just specific at-home roles, and that's fine. They're definitely out there for sure. There are even roles that I came across and had a chance to interview with that, you know, they're off completely on Fridays. And so they only work Monday through Thursday. So really all I'm saying is, if you want to get into tech industry, these companies are nothing like corporate America. It's just a totally different environment. You know, my company, we have kombucha on tap. You know, it feels weird when I go to the snack section or the drink section and I open the door and pull out my organic orange juice and I didn't have to pay anybody. It feels weird. I'm still looking over my shoulder because, you know what I mean, I am black, you know. So it's like, yo, I'm not even, this is weird. But, you know, over time, it gets easier. And now I'm just picking up the organic beef jerkies and tearing them up like it's nothing. But yeah, I mean, if you're looking, every company has something different. You know, dollar healthcare, massages. My company, every other week or so, they have a masseuse come in and you can sign up for a session. It's just not the same. You know, we have the Xbox 5 downstairs. We have a pool table, the workout facility. That's all in-house. But there are other companies who, you know, give you $1,500 to build your at-home studio, or not studio, your at-home workspace. So, you know, every company is different. Do your research, look into them. But I'm telling you, tech is definitely where you want to be. And with that being said, man, I'll make a video sharing with y'all how everything has been so far, you know, the month that I've been here and how everything has been going in the next video.